Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Xavier, and today we're going to be learning how to make this in After Effects. This kind of 2D text in the 3D world, including the shadow, which is awesome. Okay, so let's just jump right in. We're going to start out by hitting Command I to import our footage. I'm just going to grab the footage I have for this tutorial that you saw in the beginning. And then I'm just going to take it and drag it into my source files. So that will instantly create a new composition, as you can see, with the exact dimensions of the video that we dragged in. So now we have the video. So let's go ahead and track it. To track it, we'll go into the Effects and Presets tabs and type in 3D Cam. This will bring up the 3D Camera Tracker option, and then we will go ahead and drag this onto our footage. It will now track the camera and all of the stuff inside of it, and this takes a while, so if it's taking a really long time, it's not After Effects being slow, this just takes a long time. The longer your footage, the longer it will take to track, because there are more frames that it has to track. So I will be back after it is done tracking. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some points that we want to use. So let's just use the lasso tool and circle around here. Let's see. Alright, after we've selected the points that we want, we're going to go ahead and right click and say create text and camera. So I'm going to just turn the text white. Whoops. Text tool. Turn the text white, and I'll make it say Xavier. Or actually I'll make it say tutorial. Alright, now it's really big, so let's go ahead and select it, and we can just, after we hit our selection tool, hold shift and drag this down to scale it. Okay, so it tracks, so if we look and we play back, it does track and it stays in the same place and it looks pretty good. But it doesn't look like it's resting on the ground, it looks like it's kind of just there. So what we can do is we can mess with the rotational properties to fix this and make it look like it is actually sitting on the ground. So I'm just going to do an X rotation here. Okay, and that makes it kind of look a little weird, like it's kind of scaling down, but I think it looks pretty cool actually. So it tracks, and if we want to make it look a bit more real, I mean, we could even like make it stand up a little straighter, almost at 90 degrees.
Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to be
Okay, so now that we have the text there, let's go ahead and learn how to create shadows. So in this scene, there aren't many shadows because it was cloudy outside when I did this, but I am going to put a shadow in there just to show you how you can do it. So to do shadows, we're going to go ahead and duplicate the tutorial layer, open up the rotational properties again, and just move the X even further depending on where you want the shadow. So if I wanted the shadow there in the front, I could do it like that, but I want it to be behind it. Actually, I think I want it to be in the front because of that tire, and that is kind of a problem. So there we go, there's our shadow. So let's go ahead and set the color to black, because shadows are not white, they're black. And there we go, we already have kind of a nice looking shadow, but it's really dark, and that's not how shadows work in the real world. So let's just go into the opacity property, and we're going to move it down until we get something that looks kind of realistic. So I'd say that's good, about 14%, looks realistic enough. And now if we play through, we have our tutorial text, and it looks pretty good. It would have been better if I had shot it looking straight at it, because then the angle wouldn't have been as bad. But this looks fine, and I think it looks pretty cool actually. It kind of gives it the illusion that it's slanting down, scaling down on the Y as it goes through the text. So I'm going to go ahead and let this render, but that's going to be all for this time, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you like the tutorial, maybe even leave a like, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Peace.